Hey guys, Blade of Fire here, bringing you another StarCraft English commentary, and this is the fourth set of the game between KTF MagicNs and STX Seoul, played 2 days ago at the 2008 Shinhan Pro League. And boy, we've got some very entertaining games so far. Go check them out. I just finished commentating on all of them. Chase losing to Flash in a pretty predictable TVT in the first set on Othello. Hwasin catching 815 off guard on Katrina, trying to get a strong economic advantage with the 3-hedge and barely then spawning pool, and being able to quickly send in his Marines and his SCVs to deal with any drones that were trying to defend 815. And game 3 was definitely very, very entertaining. 2v2s are usually entertaining, especially mirror 2v2s like, Z plus P versus Z plus P on Hunters. And eventually it was Zergboy and Reach that won it for KTF, simply I guess because of Zergboy's great play, catching So twice off guard with nothing in his main to defend whatsoever, and it was those actions that really eventually brought KTF the victory. And now we come to game 4. This is Cal versus Lucifer on Andromeda, mirror PvP, and as you've noticed in the other commentaries, I am using information that was, pretty much posted on se2gg.com by either Mr. Bitter, who is doing predictions for KTF, or Akun, who is doing the predictions for STX. So the guys, in the second and third set, their opinions differed. But right now, and in the first they did both say Flash would win, and now it's pretty much the same. They both say that Cal will have a pretty easy victory over Lucifer. As Mr. Bitter says, Cal is a very strong, very calculated Protoss player, and Lucifer is just plain young and untested. The kid has promise, but throwing him into a must-win PvP and expecting him to pull it out would probably be a little too optimistic. And this is pretty much what Akun also says. He's been very strong with recent wins against players like Anytime and Luxury, and is proven to be good with all matchups. And yeah, everybody, they're both pretty much saying they will, that these two guys will have a rather short match, with Cal being the victor in the end. Giving you the stats right now real quick. Lucifer really is a rather young and untested player. Young is actually in StarCraft in the meantime kind of relative. Lucifer is after all 19, and I just don't want to think about what Flash will be able to achieve by the time he will be 19. So versus Protoss is 2-1, 66.67%. From only 3 games you can really say how good he is. Cal has a lot more experience, and versus Protoss he is 12-15, 44.44%. It is below 50%, but as the both guys said, experience does have a very, very important role to play in deciding who would rather win. And I would probably also have to go with Cal in this one in the end. And this map that is being used right now is Andromeda. This is one of the newer maps. It's being used in the OSL for now, and it is being used in Pro League. And before I start talking about the map, let me see how the starting positions are. So yeah, we've got for STX Seoul, good old Cal as red Protoss over there at the top left position, and at the bottom right as brown Protoss we've got for KTF Lucifer. And the map is what I was going to say, Andromeda. This is a map that indeed, in my opinion, would rather favor Protoss and also Terran, I guess, in a way, because they're able, especially Terran, they're rather able to hold very well their expansions. You've got your main in the corner of the map, then you've got still on the same ridge, on the same, so to speak, platform, an expansion. Below the expansion is a ramp, and you can see, if you take a look at the whole map, you do have kind of a I don't know, kind of a U form that is being created by this platform that you have with your main, and in the middle of this U form you have your second expansion, and it's rather easy to hold it with tanks and, you know, pretty much placing that stuff on the ridge. What is also very important for this game is going to be the fact that you know, shuttles will play a crucial role. I mean, in PvP, of course, shuttles are always very important with the reavers to you know, drop your opponent and cause great damage to his economy. But here, even more so, simply because you know, it's very good for drops. You got this ridge all over the place, and there's a lot of possibilities that you can do, a lot of ideas you can play with when you're dropping your opponent. So both guys right now scouting in the wrong direction. They are both for now scouting clockwise, I guess that would be. Yeah, they're both scouting clockwise. There's a mistake, but you know, who cares? They're gonna find themselves at the same time, and this will make for an even more interesting mirror match. Also because they're going, of course, for the same stuff, with the gateway, with the gas, with the core, and we'll have to see what will happen from there on. Right now, both probes have managed to get inside to get the scouting information, to see that nothing fancy is being done by any of these players. Yeah, both probes just chilling right now. In the meantime, Cal is sending a rather early Zealot out. I'm not entirely sure what he's planning to do with that. We'll just have to see. In the meantime, the Zealot of Lucifer is being busy trying to get rid of that probe. And this will probably not be that bad for Lucifer. He's just getting rid of this scouting probe. While on the other hand, Cal still has to do this right now with his second Zealot, giving his opponent more time to find out what is happening. In the meantime, the Zealot is going inside. The Zealot is, however, repelled in the nick of time. He is repelled by Lucifer's Zealot, and I believe that as far as health is concerned, the Lucifer Zealot will be a little bit ahead. He did get, I think, more hits in there, and he does want to prevent the Zealot from doing any damage. In the meantime, also, very importantly, Cal's probe is still surviving, getting important information there, and kind of, you know, preventing Lucifer from going for anything rather fancy, since he does not want his opponent to see anything like that. In the meantime, first Dragoon is out. So this is rather a map, you know, in most maps in PvPs you see expansions rather late, and you had the Nexus, exactly confirming what I was going to say. You rather see them very late because, you know, simply because in PvP usually you have to earn yourself an expansion, because if you're not going for goons plus shuttles with reavers, if you're not going for this strategy, and this has been shown time and time again, you're probably going to lose big time in a PvP.